PJ and the Beard. We have an exciting announcement about a new relationship. But before we get into those details, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel, clicking on the notification bell so you know what we're up to. And as we always say, your interaction with the channel helps us interact with manufacturers and other companies, and now, dare I say, a retailer. And the Beard's going to tell you what we've gotten ourselves into in a good way.
And, it's almost one of those things that's too good to be true.
Right.
So, we're trying to keep it short. But let's go all the way back to the beginning. This channel started with what pedals do we have between us? What gear do we have between us? Let's share some of our guitars, some of our pedals. Slowly grew, some ideas, started making relationships with some of the companies that make the gear we love, which has always been a goal. And getting gear in that way. But, we funded a lot of what we do. Mm-hmm. Whether there's discounts or whatever, we're still funding a lot of it. And so there's some companies we've never really been able to kind of break through and have on the show unless we paid like full price or bought them in the Rudders parking lot or something like that.
Or you have to take all this time to try to forge relationships with companies, and we're a small channel. Right. And we've gotten traction with some we were surprised by, but it's a long process. It's a slow courtship. Right. So, I think we've gotten into speed dating now, maybe.
So what happens if somebody calls you, calls us, and they say, hey, look, we're interested in helping you do what you do. We want to support it. We're going to basically essentially give you a library card. You check out what you want. You pick it. No strings attached. Do with what you want on your channel. And then send it back to us. They're going to take care of all the shipping. They're going to, provide the product. And honestly, I said it's too good to be true. That's not going to happen. Like, that doesn't happen. But it did. And so Billy from Zzounds called me, sent me an email and called me up and was like, here's what we want to do. We want to support the YouTube channels. I think the way he said it to me is they sat down like, how do we just essentially pull up a truck full of gear to these people and let them have what they need. Right. And so it's almost speechless. Like,
we've had other kind of pinch me moments, and this is another one where you're just like, wait, what?
You want to do what?
Right, for us? Okay.
And so we've been kind of skeptical about the whole thing until today, when it all shows up. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot, but when the stuff shows up. And so right from the get-go, we just want to say, look, there's no strings attached here, which is unbelievable to us. What do you guys want? Open the shopping cart. Like, what do you want? Mm-hmm. If you want to say it's from us, you can. Whatever. We're just here to support you. However you want to approach it. We want to say it's from them because we think what they're doing is really cool. Mm-hmm. And that's it. I think we'll even do some affiliate links with it. Right. So that's cool because that's another way for them to kind of help us out. Mm-hmm. But it's also a way for us to thank them for sending the products and stuff by putting the affiliate links back there. And if you see something in a future episode, follow that link. You're helping out a company that's helping us out, and you're helping us out too. So I think that's cool. Anything else we need to talk about? It just it's not paid promotion.
Right. It's really not.
It's just, here's gear. Mm-hmm. Tell us when you're ready to send it back.
Right.
So the first order was pretty, like, let's get stuff that deals with our channel, that follows what we're trying to do. So what's the first thing?
We'll literally unpack, but guitars are a challenge for us sometimes, right? We've forged a relationship with a couple companies. We've gotten a few guitars in. You've bought a few on your own. But we're like, what would be good guitars for the channel? Well, we had a Tajima offset come in. We used it. We liked it. We've always wanted to see it. And one of the viewer comments was, how does it compare to a Squier Jazzmaster? Well, here's a 40th anniversary Squier Jazzmaster that came in on our first ask from Zzounds. So this was one of the two guitars. So we're anxious to dive into this one a little bit. Not a big Jazzmaster player, but I did plug it in and play it and explore it, and I played this.
Right.
I played this.
So we're really looking forward to stacking that up, checking that out in its own video, but then stacking it up against the Tajima that's still on the wall. We still have. It's probably one of the most watched videos on the channel. We wanted an opportunity to revisit it. So picking something that I think benefits us.
Full episode of this forthcoming. A comparison to the Tajima forthcoming.
So the second guitar we asked for, and we didn't even know what we were allowed to ask, but we told you, like, let's ask for two. They didn't have in stock, which is okay, because it's super popular right now. And he said, we don't have that in stock. Do you want me to just go ahead and send you the other stuff? I'm like, sure. And I was like, hey, what about this guitar? I've seen them, always wanted to try them. He said, well, we have one. You want us to send it? I said, absolutely. So for the second guitar from Zzounds is, the Harmonix Juno. Really small body. I think P90.
Yeah.
But gold foil pickups. Right. The neck is really nice. And we'll get into this in the video. You discovered the push-pull pot for... We'll get into all that. We should have had... I'll show you in a minute. But I took it for a spin. Sounded a little bit like this. Just to add to that, it came in the coolest mono
Stealth Electric Mini.
Right. We're like, there's no way another guitar will fit in there. The PRS Silver Sky fit in it.
It was tight fit.
Really tiny, really well made. Like,
it's a mono.
Right, it's a mono gig bag. And honestly, I like this for traveling better than I like taking a hard case anyway. So that's a great add to that guitar.
So, again, this relationship, we can ask for whatever we would like. And I don't know, I'm showing my age, but Jason mentioned the library. I'm looking at the Sears catalog, right? As a kid, you earmarked every corner that had something you want on there. So we thought, well, what are we going to do that makes sense? So we've done several series on the show, Shakedown Sound being one. We've done a Tremolo series. We've done that Leslie Sound. So we're like, well, why don't we get a few pedals in for that particular series that we weren't able to get in our first 1, 2, or 3 rounds, depending on your depending on the one. So
we
were able to get in the Electro Harmonix Pulsar variable shape stereo tremolo, and I have the box just like I was going. Hey, here's the box, but it's really cool. It says it has these little sayings inside the lid here. Your stereophonic star. So having this tremolo. I just plugged it in and tried to find something kind of quickly. Again, we'll do a full episode on this that will be housed in the same spot of our tremolo series, but this is what I played on the Pulsar today.
So checking out what Electro Harmonix had was a huge win for us because it's been a company we've wanted to get on the show. Right. But Electro Harmonix doesn't need us to, demo their pedals, and so it's been a hard one to like form a relationship with. So I had Shakedown Sound. Let's go for it. The new mini Q. I guess it's called a mini Q-Tron. Is it called a mini Q-Tron envelope filter?
This is it.
It just says Q-Tron envelope.
Yeah,
but it's their newer one. It's a small box one. So, and
again, your funkiest licks.
Right, and I love envelope filters. Here it is. funkiest licks. Well, Pat just pointed out they sounded a lot like chords, but we have a full episode on that one that's going to be coming soon too. And so I guess to start wrapping this up, we're just kind of blown away that Zzounds wants to help us out like this. And it's really just to help that community. You get stuff out so we can record it and share it with you and you can see it. They're serious, no like strings attached, no pressure. It's just amazing because I know that's not how it is all the time. Right. And so we really appreciate what they're doing. And so shout out to them. So we were talking earlier, like guitars, we could buy that Squier for, what are they? $350, $400, $500, whatever. We could buy one, pay full price, but we kind of have enough guitars. Yeah. Well, we don't, but
you never have too much gear, but
like
it's a self-funded channel, so you gotta keep flipping things or do whatever.
Right. So this is super big, super helpful, super big news, and I think with that, we'll take a moment to say, click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click the like button, leave a comment. Like Pat said, that's the interactions that make this kind of stuff happen. And we're so excited to start bringing some cool stuff we haven't been able to get our hands on. So, I guess with that.
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear. Let's go look at the website.